Yeah, good morning, my smart investors. Welcome once again to your number one source and trusted land and property insight. My name is Kingsley Chineye, your trusted surveyor and real estate consultant. I base in Port Harcourt, River State. Um, Today, I want to share one of the most important steps you must take before you pay for any land in Nigeria, which is my topic today. It's called land charting. I want to make this video because I have a lot of questions. Some people have been questioning, sending DM to me. I've been posting for a very long time now, and some people have been asking questions about these issues, which they have been asking. How can I know a real property? How can I know if a land is safe? How can I know if a land is in court case? How can I know if a land is free from government? My brother bought a land and the government took the land away from him, and my brother bought a land. Before you know it, he started dragging the land with some people or with some village people, and he cannot even enter the land for a very long time now. So today I want to make a video on that, and which the topic of today is land charting for people who would like to invest in future, for people who would like to invest today and tomorrow coming, for them not to involve into such mistakes, because that is a mistake. And in legal matters they will tell you that ignorance is not an excuse. So today I am making this video to teach and to educate some people on how to avoid all these issues. So listen carefully and pay attention for you not to be in such situation. Thank you very much. Um, let's go into the main message. You must um you must have heard of land chatting, and uh, you must have heard of land chatting from some people or from individuals talking discussing about it. But today I want to educate you on the main thing you need to know on land chatting. So my advice is, before you bring out any of your single naira, any of your money into, before you invest into any landed property, make sure that number one, you you have done your due diligence. You have charted the land and verified that the land is safe for you to purchase. Everybody, you have every you as we are in this country, we seize a lot of land, maybe a lot of land for sale. There are some villages you will go and you will see a lot of land for sale, but you will not know that those land has been a government property, that government have taken over those land in years back. Government have mapped out all those land, that have mapped out what to do, a particular thing to do in some of all this land. So some people make a mistake by going into the land and by purchasing the land or building houses into the land, and after everything they will be sent away from the land. Imagine where you acquire a property and after some time someone will come from nowhere and tell you that you should vacate from this property, that you have already bought this property so many years ago. Or they will tell government to come over and tell you to vacate from this property, that this is a government property. Just imagine um, such problem. So today I want to educate some people. If you're watching this video, I would like you to pay attention and um, pick your point from this video. The purpose of this video is to educate some people, because there are a lot of land cases everywhere. If you go to court today, you will see 70% of the cases in court is about land issues. So this is the reason why I'm making this video. So let's enter into the subject of the matter. What is land charting? That's the question. Land charting is a process carried out by a licensed surveyor to verify the true status of a land. This is to verify a true status of a land. If a land is okay for you to purchase, it's not every land you see is okay for you to purchase. Oh. As you see some as you see some human being walking about, you will think that they are healthy. Some people are not healthy. That is how some landed properties are. There are some landed properties that are not healthy for you to invest into. If you make a mistake by investing into them, you will get a problem. So back to what I was saying. The true status of a land by using a government official charting system. You will get the true status of this land by using a government official charting system to know if this land is safe. It helps you to dictate if this land is free, if this land is safe. Landed property is not something you will barge into. Some landed property is something you will go with caution. You should enter into anything landed property with caution, and um, that you have made a mistake is not an excuse. That the mistake you made is for you. Another person is not looking at that your mistake. What another person is looking at is a way of taking away that thing from you. When you have an opponent, like for example, when you mistakenly uh, acquire a property that has been in court, your opponent is looking for a way to take that property from you. Your opponent is not even looking at that mistake. Is not even seeing it that you have made a mistake. It's not even seeing the money you have invested. What they are looking into is how to take away that property from you. So that is the reason why you need to pay attention to this video. So there are some options that you need to the reason why you need to chart a land for you to be safe. These are the reason why you need to chart a land, because it helps so much. Number one is that if it's under government acquisition, if it's a government acquired property, if it's a property that government have already taken in years back, that if it's a place that government have already marked and you went ahead to purchase the land, Mr. Okonkwo, Mr. Okereke, you will lose that land though. So this is why you need to chart that land. Number two is that if it if the land falls within an oil pipeline or road network, you need to be very careful because this is very important. Some people, I there was a survey, there was a land surveying I went some time ago. That was last year. I Someone called me to come to survey a land for him. So I went ahead to pick the coordinate of the land. After picking the coordinate of the land, for me to go and verify the land, to chart the land, I found out that the place is because the place has been marked out for road. It's a government road. Is a federal road that will be built in years coming. So I told the man, but the problem is that the man have already made payment. So that's where the problem is coming from. So don't fall that victim. So number three is that if it's part of a swamp, if it's a swampy area or a reserved area for drainage. Some people, all these rural areas that has something like all these waterline areas, there is this particular point that water will disturb them so much, and the government will map out a place to channel those water, a place that those water will be entering. Some of all these places, you don't purchase those lands. It's a government property. It's a place that has been mapped out. You cannot come there one day and say that and tell someone that you want to build house there or you want to build whatever you want to build there. Water will pursue you. So um number four number yes number three is that if it's free, if it's into any legal issues. This is very important. Legal issues is about court case, as a layman normally call it. Court case. Avoid court case in land matters. So land charting will help you to avoid if a land is into any form of court case. Then number five, which is the last one, is if it's free from development. If a land is free from development, some people have a plan of purchasing a land. Immediately they finish their purchasing, they finish making payment of the land, they will start developing. So you have to chart if this land is free so that once you finish your payment, you start your development. So this is why you need to chart a land. Then the real life risk if you skip this step is that number one, you will lose your millions of naira. Amo, nobody's seeing how much you invested into a land. Nobody's seeing how much you bought this land. Let me take for example now, you went ahead to buy a government property and you are thinking that maybe government will consider the amount you have spent in buying this land. No, government is not seeing that too. As long see one the thing is that all these rules, all these what is this called? All these uh, laws have been already prepared in the land and survey department of the country. So you are supposed to know these things. This is what you are supposed to know. Like I said earlier that ignorance is not an excuse. You can't come along and tell government that I don't know, this is the reason why I become a victim of this. No one is seeing that, no one is seeing your excuse. So you need to know, you are it's something that you need to know as a citizen of Nigeria. So you will lose your money going ahead to acquire a government property. You lose your money going ahead to acquire a pipeline network or a road network. You will lose your money going ahead to acquire a property that is under court case. Omo, you will join them in the court case there. They will welcome you at the court. So um the next thing here is that some people have fall into this victim because they have a lot of trust with their agents. Some people that do acquire some properties, I have seen some investors, some real estate investors that will tell me that as a surveyor now, they will tell me that they you see this agent that introduced me to this land. I trust this man so much. This man helped me to acquire so land, somewhere else in village. He helped me to acquire to buy land, place. He helped me to buy. Even I've been doing business with him to the extent of sending him money to buy land I have not visited. My brother, Mr. Okonkwo, Mr. Okereke, don't trust your agent. Rather, you have to trust your lawyer and your surveyor when it comes to land issues. Your agent is not a trusted personnel because your agent is concerned about his commission. When you start facing the problems in the nearest future, your agent will not stand there with you. Your agent will run away. So some people have been a victim of this because they have trusted their agent so much. It's very, very don't trust your agent because agent is concerned about their commission, their 10%. So as a professional, my professional advice to you as your favorite surveyor and real estate consultant, my professional advice to every smart buyer is that never you make any payment of any land, whether family land, even if it is my own. Don't trust anyone. Don't, even if it is your father. Sorry to use that word. Even if it is your father, don't trust anyone. Don't make payment of any land or property without charting the place, without running your charting process. When you go to the process to chart this property, process to chart a land is that you will call a surveyor. You will invite a surveyor into the transaction. Not that the surveyor have a percentage in the transaction. No, no, no. It's just that you will call a surveyor. Now the surveyor will go to the land and do some inspection and verification. Then after his verification, he will pick. There is something in our profession. There is something we call it coordinate. The surveyor will pick a coordinate of the land. When the surveyor picks a coordinate of that land, he will now go to the Ministry of Land and Survey to chart the land. That one is not your work, it's the work of a surveyor. I am not supposed to go deep into this one. If you want to learn it, you go to school and study surveying and geoinformatics. So this is what the surveyor will do. And after everything, the surveyor will now come out with the outcome of the printout that will show if the property is safe. You understand? The surveyor will deliver you with the process. And mind you that the charting process is not free. You pay for it. You pay for it. It's just a little amount of money. Saying you pay for it doesn't mean that it's worth millions. It doesn't worth millions. It's just 1,000. It's just 1,000. Depends on the state you are. Different states have their different prices in when it comes to land surveying and both charting process, land surveying process, and every state has their different prices. So I cannot put my mouth into that one. So this is what you need to know. You call a surveyor to chart this land for you. When the surveyor finish charting the land, maybe it will take like 3 days, 4 days, 5 days to finish up with the process. When it is done, simple, you go ahead to make your payment. So that you can, after making your payment, you go and sleep, you go and rest, or you take yourself out. As a millionaire you are, as an investor you are, you take yourself out to locate a five-star hotel. You enjoy your money. You enjoy because you have invested. When you invest, you enjoy. There, in my place, there's something that we say, onye ruo orie. Once you don't work, so it is your time for you to enjoy. So the once you follow the due process, you will never have any problem. Then another thing is that you should always work with a professional surveyor. Always work with a professional surveyor. A professional surveyor will not lead you astray. A licensed surveyor will not make you to fall any victim of what you don't know. A licensed surveyor will help you to a licensed surveyor will help you to acquire a good land. A licensed surveyor will help you to follow the due process you are supposed to follow in everything. In Nigeria we too like shortcuts. No, I know that in this country everybody likes shortcut. I have met a lot of clients. I have worked with some people that I will tell them this is the process to follow in this thing. Later they will tell me, is there no shortcut? Is there no any way to do some kind shortcut for them to just get what they want? That what they like in my work now, what they want is just that survey plan, having their this thing, having a shape of their land. In my next video, um I'll be talking about land survey plan. I will be discussing how a registered land survey plan looks like. So in my next video, I will be showing about how a land survey plan looks like. I will show the picture and I will discuss from A to Z of a land registered land survey plan. So back to this one that we are talking about, land charting. What will land charting save you from? It will save you from stress. Land charting will save you from the stress. It will save your money, number one. Number two is that it will save you from stress. It will save you from a lot of thinking, so that you can, after, like I said earlier, that after purchasing a property, after buying a land, you can go and rest, you can go and sleep, or you can go and take yourself out and enjoy having peace of mind. And it will save you from your entire property. It will save your entire property. It will help to save you from your entire property. So this is what land charting can save you from. Then here is how a registered surveyor can help you. That is the reason why I said anytime you want to acquire a property, make sure you involve a registered surveyor and a lawyer. A lawyer. I say listen attentively. Make sure you involve a registered surveyor and a lawyer. We are into the kind of a country where some people would like to purchase a property. Once they see the property they want to buy, they will tell the person that showed them the property, they will tell that person, don't tell anybody that I'm the one buying it. Imagine, they will tell the one, don't tell any they will tell people, don't tell anyone that I'm the one buying it. Imagine just hiding from your own property. It's very risky, my brother. So I will advise you, involve a registered surveyor and a lawyer. These are the two people you need to involve before you make payment of any property you want to buy. Then, what will these people help you from? These people will help you to do an accurate land charting. A registered surveyor will help you to do an accurate land charting to help you to make sure that your land is free from government acquisition or free from any legal matters. Then a registered surveyor will help you to do a site verification. A site verification is very important, very, very important. It is through your site verification that the surveyor will pick the coordinates he will use to do your land charting. Then due diligence. Your due diligence is done by a lawyer. You have to involve a lawyer who will do your due diligence for you. If you want to, maybe let me take for example, you want to buy a property of 3 million naira, and you spend 100,000 in making sure that this property is safe. Did you spend money? You didn't spend any money, rather you are spending to have your peace of mind. So these are what you are supposed to do. Then the fourth one, which is the last one, is a honest advice from these two people, a surveyor and a lawyer. Is you need to get a honest advice. There is what is called a honest advice, an advice that someone is giving to you and you trust that person. That person is giving you a professional advice. It's not an advice that will lead you into problem. It's a professional advice. And even if that property comes out being a problem tomorrow, the person will back you up professionally. So these are what you have to know. So as a professional surveyor will help you to avoid land problems. You understand? Help you to avoid, if there is any land problem, the professional surveyor will help you to avoid them. To avoid them. If you are buying a land from someone, whether you are buying from someone or anyone, make sure you chart it first. Make sure a surveyor chart it first. Make sure a surveyor chart it first. My advice to all my investors, what I always tell my investors is that I use three words to advise my investors. I don't talk too much. I am not a kind of talkative human being. I don't talk too much. Rather, I will tell you to be wise, be safe, and be smart. These are the three words I use for investors who comes to me for an advice. You need to be wise, be safe, and be smart. These are the three words that can help you in this life to avoid problem. So many people have entered into a lot of problem that they don't know how it started. And when you mistakenly enter into land matter that you don't know, land matter that you refuse to chat, maybe you are someone will tell you about charting a land now, and you will see that charting this land is a waste of money, and you go ahead to buy the property. Maybe peradventure that property now is into one or two cases in court. You don't know how that case started. You will use your head to carry what you don't know. So you need to be very careful. Mr. Okereke, Mr. Okafor, Mr. Okonkwo. So land charting is very important. Even though your donor or seller will come and tell you that I inherited this property from my father. I inherited this property from my community. My community, the king of our village, gave me this property, gave me this land. My community gave me this land. So everything. So all kinds of stories you hear. Don't listen to those stories. Go and chart the land first. Your safety is more important than that your seller. Everybody has their own problems. The seller is selling it for him to get that money from you to use it to solve his or her particular problem at that moment. Your seller or donor is not thinking about the problem you will face in future. He is only thinking about his own problem that he's facing at that moment that is making him to sell that land. So make sure you do your due diligence and you call a surveyor to chart the land for you before you make any payment. And like I said before, in my next video, I will discuss about the importance of registered survey plan. So uh, the cost of charting is not much to compare with your millions that you will use to invest into any land that you invest into any land. The cost of charting is nothing to compare to the millions you will use to purchase a land. And after everything, it will enter story. Make sure you don't make sure you don't involve or be a victim of any source of any kind of such problems. Yeah, thank you very much. I think this is the end of let's call it the end of this video. And my name is, like I said from the beginning, my name is Kingsley Chineye, your favorite land surveyor and real estate consultant. You can drop your questions. If you have any question to ask me on land matters, you can drop the question. I will answer you freely. And if you like my services, I can render my services to you. I I based in Port Harcourt, River State, and I can work in River State and all part of eastern states. I work in Imo State, I work in Abia State, I work in Anambra, I work in Enugu, I work in different states. So if you have any land matters you would like us to look into for you, I am always available. My WhatsApp number is on my post or any post I make. I drop my WhatsApp contact there. So you pick up my WhatsApp contact and chat me up for your questions. And you can also follow me on Facebook. My Facebook Kingsley Chineye. You will see my Facebook account. Search for it Kingsley Chineye, or you can follow me as you are watching this video. And follow me on Instagram, Surveyor Kingsley. That's my username on Instagram. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. And as you are investing, remember, invest smart, invest wise, and be safe.